Hi, so my name is Coach Wade. I'm the creator and founder of Triple Threat Kickboxing Club. Been running for a couple of years, and yeah.
How did you come across kickboxing?
So it's I think I came across it. So sorry, let me start it over because I can't say I think I started.
How did you come across kickboxing?
I was 16 years old. I was on the bus, actually fell asleep, and then got off on the stop after the stop I usually take. So I walked through New Claremont, and I just saw this kickboxing a sign that said they run kickboxing classes. Went there and yeah, never looked back. I enjoyed that first session so much that when I got home, I took my mattress, lifted it up, and for like an hour, I just went at it. And yeah, my life has changed since then. Um, I'd say the reason why I enjoy kickboxing so much is even though I did a lot of team sports, I never felt like I could express myself. So kickboxing was a good avenue for me to actually express who I am as a person. Because although you are training in a group environment, when you get into that ring, it's all about you. So the confidence that I got through that, especially because I was a big introvert. I stuck to myself. I never really felt like I belonged anywhere. Where I was with the kickboxing, I felt like I belonged somewhere. So
What has your journey been like?
the journey has been, I'd say at the beginning was very tough, but at the same time enjoyable. Um, for me, although I took it seriously, also at the same time I felt more at ease, when I was doing the kickboxing. So even though I lost a lot of my fights in the beginning, for me it was more just that enjoyment side. But I mean, I never gave up. I can still remember my first fight. Within 40 seconds, I lost the fight. And I went to the corner, told my coach, I actually enjoyed that, even though he looked like you just got your ass whooped, and I just kept at it. I kept at it, and yeah, within my second year, I won essays, and in my in the span of 6 years competing in kickboxing, I was a champ 7 times. Three in light contact and four in full contact, and I'm also the holder of the Super Am belt. I defended it 3 times, so I get to keep that. And unfortunately, due to injuries, I wasn't able to continue. But I think then that's what started my kickboxing coaching career. Um, I, I saw that it's not just about the training, that you also need to focus on better eating habits, and also sports conditioning. Um, you know, the gym I came from was more old school, and yes, the training was fantastic. My coach was a world champion, but I think as times change, you need to move with the times, and so that's why I started sports conditioning, sport nutrition, sports recovery, personal training, and actually developed my own style of training around triple threat. The reason why I call the gym triple threat is because it deals with the kickboxing, sports conditioning, and also recovery. It's funny enough. My first fighter that I took 4 fights actually came up with the word triple threat because also what we do in the gym, we do three of everything. So whatever we do, we have 3 ways of executing something. So
What impact has kickboxing had on your life?
well, I would say kickboxing definitely changed my life. Firstly, it became part of my life, growing up from age 16, especially in the area that I grew up in. It's not the best of areas. You meet the wrong people, and I think kickboxing definitely changed my outlook on life. You never really thought about what life is supposed to be. It's more like people just going through the motions of life, and that's it. So I think with kickboxing, it gave me purpose. And then, even though I couldn't do the kickboxing anymore, I still felt that I had there was purpose in kickboxing for me, and I made it my life. Uh, nobody helped me along the way. Everything I did it by myself. You know, yes, I've been to gyms, trying to save as much as I can. I had this idea, and I just ran with it. You know, never doubted myself, never doubted my skills, and a couple of years later, I actually own my own gym. Um, don't have anyone involved, just me, and that's all on me.
Okay. You got what is the meaning behind triple threat, but you already explained that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So what makes your training so unique?
Um, why I think my training is so unique is even though we got structure in the training, we always change things up. You know, you always try to test someone according to their capabilities and then push them a bit further. Obviously, there is a limit to what people can do, but if someone can just challenge themselves, a bit harder than what they can, they can achieve more. I think a lot of people don't realize um, how sophisticated the human body is, and um, there's no limits to what you can do. So, and I feel although for conventional training is good, you need to have a uniqueness as a gym. So for me, it's about the type of equipment that we got. We got so much variety of equipment that focus on uh, different types of people. Different sports. Through the sports conditioning, you don't train everyone the same. You have to make sure that they are conditioned according to that sport. It doesn't just improve their fitness levels, but also makes them a smart fighter or a smart athlete. You need to be smart about certain things. And I think also I've also created my own style of training. I mean, um, we don't just do the conventional training. I actually created my own style of training, also coupled with the recovery of the. Yeah.
Why should anyone join your dojo?
Well, firstly, I think it's the environment. People don't join this gym in order to be the best in that gym, but more like they always learning from the next person in the gym. Um, yes, there is some people that come in and they have a bit of an ego, but I think once they get to know the environment, they realize it's not like who's the best fighter or who's the strongest person. They rather look at that person and want to be like them, and that person that is the so-called strongest person actually helps that person more than what he or she realizes. And I think secondly, obviously the style of training. It's a unique kickboxing gym with unique styles that you won't see anywhere else. And I also think it's a lot more personalized. Most kickboxing gyms are very group orientated, where most of them don't even know each other. Whereas my gym is so unique in a way that everyone actually knows each other. There's a fine detail to their training, a lot more personalized than most kickboxing gyms.